still celebrating? Welcome to City Council's celebration of Guyana Independence Day. Looking around the room, I'm so filled with pride to see our leaders from business, from nonprofit, from government, our religious institutions, our artists, our poets, our musicians, our chefs, the list goes on and on. And tonight we're here to celebrate 6 decades of excellence. I also want to thank our excellencies that are here from our consulate, and of course, our incredible city council members. Can they please stand so that we can give them a huge round of applause? Thank you so much for your leadership and for celebrating today. As the daughter of Guyanese parents, it's an awesome honor to MC this singular event as we celebrate 60th anniversary of Guyana's independence. It was on May 26, 1966, in Georgetown, that the British Union Jack was lowered and the golden arrowhead flag was raised for the first time, just as so many saw yesterday at Queensborough Hall. 60 years is a milestone, notable year, which has been designated as the Diamond Jubilee year. But why diamonds? Why not some other precious stone or metal? The answer, as it goes, a diamond is forever. A diamond is the hardest naturally occurring substance on Earth, and a diamond represents strength that cannot be broken. Guyana is now 60. It has withstood numerous challenges over the past 6 decades. It's a nation that's a diamond and stronger than ever. Guyana isn't going anywhere. Diamonds also epitomize purity and clarity. A diamond, as it reflects light, gives incredible brilliance. And when I was in Guyana in February, I saw all of the luster myself. I experienced the splendor of the country with its breathtaking natural beauty, from the stunning architecture to Kaitra Falls to St. George's Anglican Cathedral. Diversity rich, vibrant culture, and all too flavorful cuisine. An additional dimension of Diamond is that it exemplifies everlasting commitment. Our devotion to Guyana as our homeland is ceaseless, as evidenced by your exuberant attendance here this evening. And so to kick us off, I want to introduce Jammerstein Seal and Ayoko Reuter for our anthems.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anthony. Call me Jammerstein. Original one from Guyana, sign artist.
Thank you so much. And yes, he'll be back at the end to close us out as we move into our reception. But next, we're going to enjoy some more entertainment. And I would like you to please join me in welcoming Jermaine Victor and Melissa Payne. They're two outstanding performers whose passion, talent, and artistry continue to represent Guyana on both local and international stages. Jermaine Victor is a former Alvin Ailey student and built an impressive career spanning dance, modeling, and acting. From performing at the opening of Guyana Fashion Week to making his mark in the entertainment and fashion industries, Jermaine is known for his charisma, professionalism, and unmistakable style. Joining him is the talented Melissa Payne, who began dancing at just 5 years old with the National School of Dance. Her dedication and skill has led to performances at Fashion Week, Caribbean Fashion Week, and productions with the Classique Dance Company, Free Souls Dance Company, and Marade Musical Theater. These two exceptional dancers represent a powerful fusion of movement, artistry, and cultural expression, showcasing richness, beauty, and the vibrant spirit of Guyanese culture. Please give a warm welcome to Jermaine Victor and Melissa Payne.
From the rivers of Guyana, we rise to the ocean wide and glorious seashore. The drumbeat of the people beat as one forevermore. Where the sun kissed the mountains, God the dawns and bringing light. From nation rose with courage through the blessed stormy night. We carve our sunrise marches, this deep stories, history as told. Golden hearts and our rivals are fearless and unbold.
So I know that the City Council would have loved to have 60 honorees at the 60th anniversary, but we just don't have the capacity here. So this year we are going to celebrate just a few of our amazing luminaries. And I want to introduce one of our most powerful leaders in City Council, who's the chair of the Land Use Committee. She's unstoppable, indomitable, the Councilmember Farrah Lewis.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Let's give it up to our amazing Mistress of Ceremonies, Rhonda. I'm actually the chair of the subcommittee on zoning, so I'm right under Councilmember Riley, who's an amazing land use chair. So good evening, I'm Councilmember Farrah Lewis. It is truly an honor to join you today as we celebrate the 60th anniversary of Guyana's independence. Let's give it up for Guyana. It's a true milestone for this country, and we recognize the extraordinary contributions of the Guyanese diaspora throughout New York City. This day would not be possible without our amazing speaker, Julie Menace. Let's give it up for Speaker Julie Menace. And my wonderful colleagues who are here, so let's give it up for Councilman Henderson, Joseph, and Hattie. And I wanted to give a special shout out to Councilmember Shulman, who's not with us tonight, but she's a co-sponsor for this event, and her chief of staff, Jonathan Bouchard, who got us the amazing food from Sybil's. Let's give it up to Councilmember Shulman. Sybil is in her district, in the Richmond Hill section of her district. So just know there's a grab and go for you at the end so that we don't mess up this beautiful chamber that we have here. Guyana Independence Day is not simply a celebration of sovereignty and national pride. It is about recognition of the generations of Guyanese New Yorkers whose labor, culture, entrepreneurship, faith, and community leadership continue to shape the fabric of our city across all 5 boroughs. From small businesses to healthcare, education, media, cultural institutions, and public service, the Guyanese community has helped shape our city. And for me, this celebration is especially personal because the Guyanese community is deeply connected to the story of my district and the border central Brooklyn community. In East Flatbush, we cannot tell the story of our neighborhoods and our churches, schools, cultural institutions, and families without recognizing the profound impact of the Guyanese diaspora that has helped sustain the strength of our community now and generations to come. That is why gatherings like these at City Hall matter. They put forward a vision of continued unity, collaboration, and recognition for a community whose contributions deserve to be celebrated and uplifted not just today, but every day. Tonight, it is my distinct honor and privilege to honor someone who embodies the excellence, resilience, and representation of the Guyanese Indo-Caribbean diaspora here in New York City. Jennifer Bishram is an accomplished award-winning journalist, a reporter and anchor whose nearly 2 decades of service in New York media have informed, empowered, and uplifted communities throughout the 5 boroughs. As a reporter and an anchor for CBS News New York, she has distinguished herself through impactful coverage of aging and caregiving issues, crime, public safety, community-centered stories, immigration stories, and so much more that amplify the voices and concerns of everyday New Yorkers. Born in Brooklyn, and she left us and went to Queens, and raised in Queens, and proudly rooted within her New York's Indo-Caribbean community, Jennifer represents the strength, resilience, and culture and richness of the Guyanese and Caribbean diaspora here in New York City. A graduate of CUNY Queens College, she has built a respected career across major media outlets including CBS News, Pix 11, and News 12. She's been around the block and back, while also contributing her voice and perspective as a writer for publications including Newsday, the Amsterdam News, and the Queens Chronicle. Beyond her work in journalism, Jennifer is also an accomplished author of children's books whose storytelling and public service continue to inspire inspire young people and families throughout our city. Through her dedication to truthful reporting, representation, and community engagement, she has helped strengthen outstanding communities across cultures and has served as a proud example of Caribbean American excellence within the media industry. Jennifer, on behalf of the New York City Council and my colleagues who are here with us today, it is my honor to present you with this New York City proclamation in recognition of your outstanding service and enduring contributions to the community, the city of New York, and the media, because you do it. So without further ado, let's give it up for Jennifer. If my colleagues want to join me, so we can present the proclamation.
Hi everyone. Girl, you're gonna make me cry. That sounded nice. So first of all, I'm so blessed to be here today. I'll come up to the podium so you guys can see me. I'm kind of short. Many of you may or may not know, but I just had brain surgery 2 weeks ago. And I wanted to be here today to represent the culture. So my sister and my husband are here with me. But all the touching things that I don't cry, you guys, my husband and my sister. But it reminds me of why I'm still here with all of you. But I do want to, it's not about me, it's about Diana. And my glasses are over there, so sorry. I have to get my glasses real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I did write something very short. Tonight, as we celebrate 60 years of Guyana's independence, we celebrate more than a country. We celebrate a people. A people whose roots, for my family at least, stretch from India to the Caribbean, and from the Caribbean to the streets of New York City. I am an Indo-Caribbean Guyanese New Yorker. How many of you are? Can I get a show of hands? It's proof that identity can be layered beautifully. Indian by ancestry, Caribbean by culture, New Yorkers by hustle, and Guyanese by soul. For so many Indo-Caribbean Guyanese New Yorkers, Guyana is not where our families came from. It's the heartbeat, really, of who we are. It's the smell of curry on a Sunday or Saturday morning, the sound of tassa drums at weddings or big celebrations, the stories our grandparents told us about sacrifice and survival, and starting over from very little and just with more faith and determination. 60 years ago, Guyana became independent. But long before that, our ancestors endured the hardships of indentureship, crossing oceans in search of opportunity and a better future for generations they would never meet. And because of their courage, we are here. I am here. I stand here before you as a journalist, able to tell everyone's stories, including ours. So today, while many of us now live thousands of miles away from wherever you want to call it, wherever you're from in Guyana, Georgetown, Berbice, Essequibo, Linden, wherever you're from, Guyana lives with us here every single day. Happy 60th Independence, Guyana. May the golden arrowhead continue to rise, and may our people continue to shine across the world, including right here in New York City.
Thank you, Jennifer. Let's give it up to her one more time. I just wanted to just quickly just take a moment to acknowledge my colleagues that have joined us today and who partnered on this event today. Deputy Speaker Natasha Williams, who's with us today. If you could wave to the crowd. Councilmember Hankerson, who's with us today. If you could just wave to the crowd. Councilmember Joseph, Rita Joseph is here with us. Councilmember Shahana Hanif. And Councilmember Amanda Farias was with us earlier, but she had to run. She definitely was in support. I'm now called back. How much is the ceremonies? Rhonda Bida.
Thank you so much, council member, and all of our council members. Thank you, Deputy Speaker, for joining us. And congratulations again to you, Jennifer. You really are the face of the community for us in New York. And we all love your heartfelt and dedicated reporting about news about not just our community, but about New Yorkers. So congratulations again to you. Thank you. Next, it is my great and proud pleasure to honor Bharati Kemraj, most commonly known as Kavita, for outstanding service and achievements. Bharati has dedicated her life to cultural preservation, representation, public service, and community empowerment, as we all know. Bharati founded a PR media company, and from 2005 to 2010, she reported for BronxNet's TV's New York Emmy-winning award show, Open, and has hosted The Bharati Show, bringing Bronxites news across the borough. And as a public access provider, she hosted Vishnu Mandir, Voice of Hinduism, Voice of Hindu Dharma, and Masti. Her work has appeared on blogs in both local and national publications, including the New York Times. In addition, she was a community assistant for Bronx Community Board 11 and served on Community Board 9, and graduated from the NYPD Citizens Police Academy. She's also continued to work with so many nonprofits and associations across New York City, including the Bronx Chamber of Commerce, Lehman's College of Urban Male Leadership Program, Bronx House, the Bronx YMCA, and Power Marketing LLC. As many of us know, Bharati is also the founder of the Bharati Foundation and the Bharati Dance Academy. She's a member of the Bronx YMCA Bon Appetit Fundraiser Planning Committee and the Bronx Clergy Task Force, as well as the Sonia Sotomayor Cornerstone Advisory Board, and serves as an advisor for Habitat for Humanity. Currently, Bharati also serves as Vice President of Patrick B. Jenkins and Associates, and supports strategic and government affairs communications efforts for major organizations across New York City's infrastructure. About 10 years ago, I know you initiated the 50th anniversary celebration in the Bronx, bringing visibility to the community in the borough. And so now, it's with great pleasure that the New York City Council honors you for your outstanding service and achievements. Congratulations.
Hello and namaste, everyone. How are you all doing? So all of my Guyanese born, Guyanese raised, anyone related to a Guyanese person, please stand up. I want you all to look at the person to your right and look at the person to your left and say hello. Okay, go ahead and have a seat. The reason why I did that is because, as you know, Guyanese people will always make friends wherever they go. And I am very humbled to be the daughter of Chandra and the late Vishnu Sakul's daughter. Many of you know who are Hindu know my brother Pandit Vyas. And this accomplishment is a reminder for me to continue doing what I do. I don't carry my own name. I don't carry my own weight. I carry those of my ancestors. And I remember and I remind myself daily that it's because of our ancestors from India, and after migration, it's where we were. And in Guyana, India is known as my motherland, India is homeland, and I will always remember that. I want to give a special shout out to each and every person here today, and a humble thank you. Because of you, we are. Because of my community, my family, my friends who are here today, I am the person who I am. And special thanks, my senior VP, Dwayne Andrews, is here, for Patrick B. Jenkins and Associates, but to my boss, Patrick Jenkins. Because of him, for the last 7 years, I've been with the company. And as VP, it's not just me walking into a room and doing my job. It's connecting people on a whole different level outside of that. And because of my boss, my amazing boss, I get to do all that I do and live in very different worlds at different times. Today you see me in my sari, tomorrow you'll see me in my suit. But at the end of the day, we are a community. And if we could do something to make our community safer, we're doing something good. It doesn't matter your background, your religion, what you practice, what you wear. If you're laying your head down at night, we all should be concerned. We all should be engaged. And it's events like this that makes us all stronger. We can yell and scream all we want, but at some period in time, we have to sit collectively together. This award reminds me to keep moving forward, to do what I can through the Bharati Foundation, the Vishnu Mandir Hindu Temple, and all of the community organizations, because that's where power lies. Our elected officials give us the opportunity, but we also have to give them the information. Rhonda mentioned that we did the 50th celebration in the Bronx. I think that was the first time a Guyanese celebration was held in the borough of the Bronx. Our people is everywhere, so we should be included. And if you represent the communities, your staff, yourself should ask those questions. Because you can't do one and forget the other. So to each and every one of you, I want to share this humbly with all of you. Why? Because of who I am. Because of you, we continue all of this. And to our beautiful homeland of Guyana. What's the saying? One nation? And we can't forget our past because it is where we are now. And that's going to build a strong foundation for the future. So thank you to each and every one of you, and especially to the New York City Council members for making this happen, not just for ourselves, but for our people. And we appreciate and love you the same way you all love our spices and our food. And we do too, so thank you very much. And I just, to close out, I want to say to all those who came before me, to my parents, my family, my co-workers, my friends who are here, who took time out, and to every single one of you, keep doing what you're doing. To the brown girlies who are in here and find it tough all the time to navigate this world, and the guys too, know that you have to take one step at a time, just like when we were growing up, and you have to find those who support you and can be there for you, and then nothing is impossible. Thank you, and God bless.
You're actually shining like a diamond today, that gorgeous sari. Congratulations again to you. And thank you so much for bringing up the importance of partnering and supporting our law enforcement. We are so grateful to have today with us, the Guyanese American Law Enforcement Association. Can you please stand up so we can give you a round of applause? And so our next performer, Zaman, our international sensation, really needs no introduction, I think, because of his energy. We probably have all seen him do his magic. He's the owner of a full-service event management and production company as well. So this is the end of what you're seeing today, but he does it from A to Z. Let's give him a huge round of applause to Zaman.
First time you were on fire, something like a man. Remember we were running a Valentine beat England. Hiding in the backyard, smoking a cigarette. I bet you cast a royal living in the toilet. I remember still, and I always will. Time cannot erase all of this.
all all of his amazing performances, but like I said, he's, thank you so much, and he's very always regularly available to help out and to contribute to community events. So thank you so much, Devon, for making the time to be here today. We appreciate you. I have to introduce another powerful voice from our city council, who is chair of our committee on disabilities and has really made a strong impact representing the community during her tenure in city council. She's also looking gorgeous tonight in ethnic wear. I'd like us to give a huge round of applause to Shahana Ahmed. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Well, the energy is so low here. Applause on Guyana Independence. Hi, everyone. I'm Councilmember Shahana Ahmed. I represent neighborhoods in Brooklyn, and I'm proud to be a friend to the Guyanese people. 60 years ago, Guyana gained its independence, breaking free from British colonial rule and stepping into sovereignty. Today, that legacy of resilience, pride, and community is celebrated not only in Guyana, but right here in New York City. The Guyanese community is woven into the fabric of our city. You are our organizers, educators, healthcare workers, small business owners, artists, public servants, and more. Your contributions continue to shape and strengthen New York every single day. Tonight, I'm especially proud and honored to present a proclamation to someone who embodies service, compassion, and community care, and who I'm also proud to call a dear friend. Dr. Sarika Prasad is an attending psychologist and professor at Montefiore Albert Einstein College of Medicine in the Bronx, where she provides culturally responsive and compassionate mental health care to underserved communities. Throughout her career, Dr. Prasad has centered communities too often overlooked in medicine and mental health care, including immigrant families, LGBTQ individuals, and members of the Caribbean and South Asian communities. As an educator and mentor, she has trained the next generation of psychologists with an emphasis on diversity, empathy, and equity. Beyond her clinical and academic work, Dr. Prasad has also created healing spaces and led workshops that uplift conversations around mental health, spirituality, and identity. Dr. Sarika Prasad, please come up. It is my great honor to present this proclamation on behalf of the New York City Council in recognition of your outstanding contributions to mental health care, education, and community healing. Known on Instagram as Dr. Samosa.
Good evening, everyone. There's some familiar faces here. Happy to see you. It is an honor to be recognized by the New York City Council. Thank you again. And I hope that young people who might be present here, who might share, about this event with, can learn like I did that genuine work is always eventually recognized and rewarded. I believe every culture and people of the world has a unique gift that they are meant to share with humanity. Shaped by the geography of place, our histories, and the social era that we find ourselves in, the roughness of life polishes us in a particular way to ready us to share of ourselves with the world. in meaningful and joyful ways. In this sense, it is worthwhile to reflect on what gift Guyanese people are meant to share with the world. There is much talk of the challenges the country and people have faced due to colonialism and limited economic development. Despite the significant hurdles that Guyana has faced, the people themselves are warm, kind, and treat everyone like family. A Guyanese person will give you food out of their fridge if you even visit for 5 minutes. While autocratic governing promoted racial tension in Guyana for a period of its history, on a day-to-day basis, the type of understanding and community you will observe between Guyanese people is shockingly pleasant to the American visitor. The reality is that America is still an incredibly segregated country. Divisions continue to grow as political powers capitalize on differences between people to drive them apart. We grow less and less tolerant of each other. However, something different happens in Guyanese communities. A MAGA Republican can share food with a progressive Democrat. This is unheard of in most communities in America today. I believe that something about Guyanese culture makes us much more tolerant of differences. My message is not that differences don't matter or that we should love each other and forget ourselves, but we should continue to lean into our traditions of listening to each other, despite disagreement. My great-nana, my great-grandfather, he was known in Guyana as Ice Babu. He would sell ice in neighboring villages in Guyana from a cart, and he would shave the ice and give it to people as well. He also became known as someone who would settle disagreements between neighbors and families just by listening to them. They said that he would take a nap in the afternoon, and then he would drink some tea, and he put a drop of ghee in it, which sounds gross. I've tried it, but anyway, he would do that. And then he would smoke a pipe and just go around to people and just counsel them and listen to their disagreements. In my work as a psychologist, I see how this is the most powerful thing we can do for each other. Speaking to somebody who you feel is listening to you undoes a lot of the pain and fear hiding under the surface that causes the agitation and lashing out in the first place. I mean really listening, putting your own mind aside, understanding, not jumping to giving advice. There is a purity of heart that is encouraged in our deeply spiritual culture. My hope is that we can continue to give of our unique gifts to the world. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Prasad. Let's give her another round. A very important message. And there's so many great people to acknowledge. I wanted to say that we've also been joined by the chairman of the Guyanese Celebration Committee, Mr. Rickford Burt. Let's say hi and give us as well. And I see our founder of Guyanese Girls Rock Foundation, high school music program. And we'll have actually a little bit change in program. Announcement will happen after we introduce our next amazing councilwoman. We know how much education is so important to our community, and especially as an adjunct at CUNY myself, I want to thank you personally for everything that you do. Let's give a round of applause to Councilmember Rita Joseph.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Oh no, you guys are too quiet. I was an educator for 22 years. We can do better than that. Lock it up a little bit. Good evening, everyone. That's what we're talking about. Is Brooklyn in the house? Because I'm from Brooklyn. That's right. What's Brooklyn? Okay, Queens. Okay, the Bronx. Manhattan. Staten Island. Representing the 40th Council District, it is truly an honor to join us as we celebrate Guyana's Independence Day here at City Hall in the People's House. Tonight is especially meaningful because of this first time Guyana Independence Day is really formally celebrated in the New York City Council. This celebration reflects the incredible impact and contributions of the Guyanese community throughout New York City, and especially in Brooklyn and across the Caribbean diaspora. See, I kept on claiming Brooklyn. As we commemorate Guyana's independence, rich culture, and heritage, we also recognize the generations of Guyanese New Yorkers whose leadership, resilience, and service continue to strengthen our city in every field, from healthcare, education, to public service, business, and the arts. This evening, I am incredibly proud to honor an individual whose work truly embodies service beyond borders, my friend, Dr. Stephen Kaplan. He didn't know he was being honored. It was a surprise. It was like, send me a bio, just come through City Hall, we're gonna have a celebration. He didn't know he was being honored. But he is a friend who's been like, when you said, if you have a Guyanese friend or related, I don't have any relations, but I have a lot of Guyanese friends. From my principal, to my doctor, to my friend, to my chapter leaders when I was an educator. So Guyanese is woven. And you're right, they will open their fridge and feed you. And if you say no, they will write you a dissertation. Born in Linden, Guyana, Dr. Carroll has dedicated decades of his life improving healthcare in underserved communities throughout Guyana and Haiti, and that's how we bonded, on Haiti, and the Caribbean. Throughout his leadership at Overseas Medical Assistance Team, he has held a humanitarian medical mission for 35 years, helping to expand healthcare services, medical training, educational opportunities for countless individuals. When our devastating earthquake hit in 2010, one of the first people on the ground was Dr. Carroll and his team. Thank you, Dr. Carroll, on behalf of the Along with initiatives supporting schools, healthcare infrastructure in both Haiti and Guyana, demonstrates a lifelong commitment to compassion, excellence, and community uplifting. He opened a school in Haiti. He trains doctors from Haiti to bring them here to the United States and train them and send them back home. He said, we're not going to keep them here because we need them back in Haiti. So on behalf of the Haitian community, Dr. Carroll, we thank you for being a friend, for being an ally, a champion, and on these medical missions, he doesn't go by himself. He takes his whole family. His children, his mother, she's here. They grew up in Haiti. They grew up going to Haiti every summer. So thank you for that. Thank you for the friendship and the ally. But tonight, we want to honor you. I want to give you your flowers now to say thank you for what you've done. Please join me. Oh, and he learned how to speak Creole.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Don't look for me to take out the paper with the speech. I don't have it, so it should be okay. On behalf of myself and my family, in particular my young daughter here, Samela and Carol, an attorney at law, we just want to thank the City Council for honoring me in this way. I've known Ms. Rita Joseph as a teacher, as a counselor, and I'm truly honored. And just for those of you who are in the Guyanese space, Guyana's healthcare is on an ascendance. When you go home, you're not going to have to go home scared. In fact, yesterday, Guyana did its first robotic surgery. You probably know that. I was voted by, in fact, approved by the Cabinet on the 2nd of February to be part of the Robotic Council to administer and oversee the program. So I'm very excited about where healthcare is going, and we're training doctors in Guyana to work in Guyana. So when they come here, they become observers, When they're home, you go and you provide the expertise. That's how we improve healthcare. So on behalf of my family and the overseas medical assistance team, I'm grateful for this honor. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to all of our honorees. Congratulations to you. So we all know that health is wealth, and as the country is getting wealthier, it's only as wealthy as it is healthy. So thank you for everything that you're doing. For those of us who are in the community, there's a strong partnership with Northwell, and I want to see that continue to grow. And I appreciate your leadership with technology. I know that the communities are going to grow, our connections will grow stronger as well. There are lots of folks here from all over the city, but including especially Little Guyana, that was named, and I want to thank Richard David for getting that named as our former speaker. Adrian Adams, let's give him a round of applause as well. He also leads the Executive Association. And like I mentioned, at our 50th, thanks to the leadership of James Richmond, we were able to actually honor 50 people at the 50th, and it was a little bit of a logistical feat at Surrogate's Court. This year, because of the extensive amount of luminaries that we had to keep the city council, this being the first time hosting, decided to keep our keep it manageable today. So we do want to still acknowledge some of our leaders that were able to join us today, and I would like to invite Belinda Prasad, Dr. Claire Patterson, Dr. John Colin Moran, Mr. Richard Burke, our friend Mr. Richard Burke has joined us, and Zamal Sankar. Please join us for a special recognition, and many congratulations to you. Of all the celebrations, I know of at least 4 or 5 more that's happening within the next few weeks, but it was so special, this being the inaugural. Thank you so much for your leadership, council members, and recognizing the community here today. As mentioned by Councilmember Lewis, you'll have, of course, treats on the way out, and we'll be playing music and start the reception, but I do want to give a little bit of background now that we have a little chance before departing today to talk a little bit about some of our performers, Jennifer Steele and Koya Rutter. Mr. Rutter is a drummer, percussionist, and performer known for Caribbean rhythms with contemporary influences. Through his recordings and live performances and film appearances, he continues to celebrate and promote Guyanese and Caribbean musical heritage, captivating audiences with his dynamic style and rhythmic versatility. Jagger Steele is a steel pan musician, performer known for blending Caribbean sound with contemporary musical influences. Through live performances, recordings, and cultural events, he continues to celebrate and promote Caribbean musical heritage, captivating audiences with his musical versatility and dynamic steel pan artistry. I know there's some people, folks in this room that helped to develop a partnership with CUNY to provide scholarships to musicians to continue the tradition of steel pan music. So that's what you'll be enjoying on the way out. And, you know, 60 years ago, who would have imagined that we would all be here now? And so, in closing, I want to encourage you to dream about the partnership between Guyanese diaspora and Guyana, and what else can be accomplished 60 years from now. So, thank you so much to everybody for joining. Have a great evening, and thank you, council members.
I'm